Hello there, everyone. The Andrada here, and welcome back to episode 3 of our FTB University Let's Play series, where if you listen in the background, you may just be able to hear what we work on this episode, and that is mechanism. So, let's get started. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Casa the Andrada, where today we are going to continue where we left off from last episode and get ourselves cooking with some mechanism and get our ore doubling and all that stuff going. So I have our iron cooking up here. I have our osmium finishing up. I also went ahead and went and got some sand so that we could get some glass because we're going to go ahead and need that. So we have sand all over the place. There's sand and gravel and all kinds of stuff. So I got that. So we have some extra sand. We have some gravel. And I also got a little bit more clay because it was there. Why not? Anyway, so we have a little bit of stuff. I also went ahead and smelted a bit of gold while we were at it too, just so that we had it available to us as we needed it. Glass is going to go into our smeltable drawer. This is ingot smeltable stuff or smelted stuff, really. So it's going to pop into there. So, what do we need to do? Well, we need to get into power first. Now, there are going to be a couple things that we're going to need from Mechanism, which is going to be Mechanism universal cables. We're going to need basic universal cables in order to get started because we need to transfer power. Now, I just noticed that those take steel, which is not going to be the easiest thing to get if we don't have power available to us already. So, what cable options do we have? That's not a great thing to look at. Cables. XNet. XNet does exist. I don't know if XNet's going to be the best way for us to get started with this. Let's see. Applied Energistics. We finished off what? We made a quartz grinder. No rewards for this. Quartz grindstone, but I'll just read this off for you. The earliest form of ore duplication in most packs it's in. It only has recipes for blank. Insert the items, place a crank on top, slowly grind, no inputs, chance of destroying the crank. We talked about that last episode. This is also how you can make the wrench, and we can get more Certus quartz if we get it. Yeah. Okay, cool. And that's it for quests? Yes. So we're going to dive into mechanism. Okay, so first things first was get some osmium. We now have an osmium paxel. I'm nervous to trust these paxels from these mods because they don't seem to be very great, you know. Make a heat generator. Oh, the heat generator makes forge energy and heat using one of two modes. Never knew this. The active power mode, inserting furnace fuels will burn them into lava somehow magically, and then use that to make Fe, forge energy. In passive power mode, placing lava next to it will generate infinite Fe. Power can only be output through the front, the flat side with the green square. Heat can be transferred through any side. I did not know this. We're going to actually go ahead and we're going to go the whole mechanism route and get this going. Let's grab a little bit of copper. Where's copper? I know I have a little bit of this stuff. Apparently mouse tweaks isn't in here, so I can't. Oh no, there it goes. Oh, it's just backwards. I need to fix the config. That's okay. I can do that on my off time. Mouse tweaks is a mod that allows you to be able to scroll wheel and pull things from chests and put things into chests, but it's reversed at the moment, so I need to fix that because I like to be able to scroll down, not scroll up to get stuff. Semantics, that's a me problem, not a you problem, so y'all don't have to really deal with it. Okay, so that's 9 copper dust. Let's go ahead and take this iron out so that can start smelting. We're going to try this heat generator because I had the coal generator added to my to-do list from RF tools, but we can go the whole mechanism route. Why not? Let's just do it all mechanisms way. So you are going to require 2 coal, a furnace, some planks, some wood. The wood is probably going to be the hardest part because we don't have a whole lot of wood available to us. By my fault. I just haven't gone outside and gotten any wood. Now you require furnaces as well. So let's just make all of those. And so that's 1 for this, and we're going to need a total of 10 furnaces. So we're going to need 5 metallurgic infusers ultimately. Whoop. There we go. I can't count. Or no, I only needed 1 for this. Yeah. Give me this back. Okay, cool. And you can actually go here. We need to get our dank going so we can actually get stuff cooked up. Okay, so heat generator is going to require all this, which just means we need another or a piece of osmium. Let's go ahead and grab our iron, our osmium, our glass, our gold, everything that we may potentially need for all this, and get it going. So the heat generator, bam. We're also going to need, well, I did go and get buckets of lava downstairs, and I saved those in there, but we'll get there when we get there. So heat generator is done. Let's see what we got from that. Okay. No rewards. I do like quests with rewards, but it's okay. This does have a reward of enriched carbon. So our next step is to make ourselves a metallurgic infuser. The metallurgic infuser allows you to combine two items to create another. The secondary material, dusts usually, go into the far left slot and have a buffer, blah, 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 blah. It's used to create bronze and steel, which is where we are going. Now I'm assuming that there is a steel quest? No. Oh, I was hoping 17 when it can see the sun, and you can generate up to 384 RF per tick at Y level 200. Okay, getting ahead of ourselves. So we have our generator. Now, our generator is going to need fuel. So we're going to need some sort of fuel. Luckily, we have a bunch of coal, both from our inventories here, and I have mined some up. So we have quite a bit of coal going on for us right now, which is great. We don't need the coal generator anymore either. So the first thing we're going to want to make is metallurgic infusers. Okay. Now, ultimately, we are going to need 5 of these. I should now have enough redstone and stuff to make 5 of these, right? Because we're going to need coal. We're going to need redstone. We're going to need diamond. And we're going to need refined obsidian. Oh, we only need 4 of them. Okay. So we'll do enough to make 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am making this knowing that I need all these other things in the future. You do not have to set them up this way. I'm also not going to be able to 100% set them up because we don't have the cabling and everything yet. So we're only going to be utilizing one of these to start with, but eventually we will have more available to us. So we're going to kind of set it up like here, and I'm going to set these all next to each other, and that is perfectly fine for the way that we're going to set this up. And we're going to set this guy up so that the green sign, that's where the power comes out, is facing one of our metallurgic infusers. And we're going to go ahead and give him some coal, and it's generating lava. And with that lava, it is now generating power, and it is putting the power into our metallurgic infuser. Bam. First part of the process is done. Let's go ahead and grab our enriched carbon, because that is what we're going to need to put into our metallurgic infuser slowly but surely to craft the next things that we're going to need, right? You are generating power and you are filling up your buffer of 64,000. Okay, so that is our metallurgic infusers taken care of. Our next step is to get ourselves an enrichment chamber. And you would think, oh, hey, you should do other things. Let's check what the quest book wants, because I'm doing this the way that I like to do this. Maybe the quest book wants us to do things differently. Where is the enrichment chamber? Is it even in this thing? No. An ore generator. Enrichment chamber. Enrichment chamber. Are you a thing? I don't see enrichment chamber here anywhere. If you make universal, you get advanced. So that's kind of cool. Oh, here we go. So learn about ore processing and then get an enrichment chamber. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's not the crusher that I need, is it? Yeah, I don't need a crusher, do I? Not for the ores. It is the enrichment chamber that I need 100%. Yeah. I'm thinking the pulverizer is what I'm thinking, and that's why I always get thermal and this confused. The energized smelter is what doubles our ores for us. Good thing I checked the book. Because if we just put like iron ore, so let's like look at iron ore, right? If we look at iron ore and we put this inside of a energized smelter, that's going to get us a ingot. I'm sorry, an enrichment chamber. That's going to get us 2 iron dust, which we can then put in an energized smelter. Yeah, that's the thing. So energized smelter is where we're at. I got it now. I got it. Okay. So quest book wants us to make a energy cube. Now I'm curious, once I make this energy cube, like, are these quests, do I need to make the energy cube to be able to unlock the energized smelter quest? or is it going to just automatically do it for me? I'm going to go ahead and check mark the times 2 because I want to be able to unlock making the enrichment chamber because that's where we're going next so that we can start doing other things. Okay. Enrichment chamber. That's going to require us to make basic control circuits in a steel casing. Now, remember, we looked at steel casing before. That's going to require steel. So we're going to need at least 2 of these because we're going to need one for our energized smelter as well. So we're going to need 8 total steel. To make steel, we need to make steel dust. How do we make steel dust? Well, we go into our energized smelter here, or I'm sorry, our metallurgic infuser, and we take some of these enriched carbon and we're going to put them in here. And you're going to see it's going to fill up with carbon. We're then going to take some iron ingots and we're going to put them into our red slot, and it is going to enrich the iron with the carbon. As in real chemistry, you take iron and you take coal or carbon, mix them together, create an alloy, it creates steel. So now this is going to make enriched iron. And then we're going to take this enriched iron. Once we use all of this carbon, we're going to need a total of 8. So once we get to 8, we'll stop this and then move on to, our next thing that we're going to need to do. So we're just waiting for this to finish cooking and we're good to go. You know what? We should actually make 10 of these. That way we can get the cables too, so that we can, actually power all of our machines and everything. We are running out of power. This heat generator burns through this coal very quickly. I'm just saying, I don't know if the heat generator is our best option here. Let's go look at RF tools. Is there a quest for the coal generator? Yeah. Give me the book. Let's get some quests going on here. We're going to need some ingots. Did I put all my iron in that thing? I think I might have. It's okay. It's not going to cook it all up. And then there's a book. And RF tools is this, the technology guide. Book. Give me this so that the quest completes, and then I can unlock the rest of the quests, right? Yes, you're the wrench. You're going to give me some coal for making this thing. So coal, machine frame, good to go. I need more sticks. And let's see where we're at. Okay. I only know the coal generator works well because I used it in my last pack playthrough, and it is not nearly as expensive as the mechanism one is. That is using a lot of power. I need iron. I need gold nuggets. I need to go get my iron back from out of here. We only ended up with 5 enriched iron, and then we have to run this through again. So, yeah, we need power. Okay. We are making the coal generator, which is this machine frame, and then we just need the coal. And then some redstone and some torches. Okay. I thought I had shift clicked. Bam, bam, coal generator. Let's go. This also outputs to all sides, so I don't have to worry about this thing not wanting to work for me. Give me that. We're going to put this guy down, and then we're going to put coal into him, and it will generate power. And look at how little coal it's actually using to generate this power. Should have went this way in the first place. Also generates 60 RF per tick. I don't know what this generates by default, but I don't think it was 60 RF, that's for sure. And this is filling up its buffer. Okay, I like that better. Let's go ahead and put this in there, and this will finish processing all this. Now, once this is done, once we get our 10 enriched iron, we're going to need to go ahead and run this through again to produce the actual steel that we're going to need. So we need 5 more of these, and yeah. All right, now gone through, let this process, and we have 10 steel grit. I did have to use 1 more enriched carbon, and we're good. Now, let me explain what we're doing here, right? So our goal here is twofold. We are currently working on crafting the enrichment chamber, and while I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and get the steel grit smelting so that we can get the steel. So the enrichment chamber is used for 2 things. First off, it is our ore doubler. So it takes any ore that we get, 2x's it. Sounds great. Just what we want. Also, what it does is it creates these enriched items, okay? Enriched carbon. Why do we want to create enriched items? Enriched carbon, enriched redstone, enriched anything? Well, let me show you. So we need to get a piece of this, and we're going to use redstone as well. So if we go into here and we say, okay, I need to create carbon. So this is going to be our dedicated carbon infuser. This is our redstone infuser, so on and so forth. So we take a piece of coal and we put this in here. Now notice we're at 40 millibuckets of carbon. If I add this in here, we're now at 50 millibuckets of carbon. Okay, so each piece of coal adds 10 millibuckets of carbon, correct? If we take one of these enriched carbon and we add this into here, we all of a sudden have 130 millibuckets of carbon. It added 80 millibuckets to this. So obviously that's more, right? 10 versus 80. Which one's better? 80. How do we make enriched carbon? Well, we enrich one piece of coal into enriched carbon. And so it takes one piece of coal and turns it into 8 pieces of coal, essentially, when it comes to carbon amounts. Does that make sense? So it is in our best interest to create the enrichment chamber to create these enriched carbon or enriched redstone or enriched diamond, because it is a resource saver. Got it? So that's what we're doing right now. We're working on that. Unfortunately, I do need to click this dump button because this is the only one that has power available at the moment. So I do need to add redstone to this because I need to create some of these basic control circuits, which is 20 millibuckets of redstone and osmium ingot to craft this. How many of these we're going to need? 2, 4. So we need to get a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need 80 redstone dust. So that's 8 of these. If I can count, that would be great. So this is going to run through and it's going to create the 4 basic control circuits that we're going to need. We can pop over here. Our steel ingots should be done. We can make our universal cables, bam, which is going to get us more cables, which is great. We also have more coal for making the coal generator, so we'll take that. Pop over here to mechanism. We're going to grab our universal cable quest. Gives us the upgraded version of these, and 16 of them, mind you, which is great. Also, all the other ones also do the same, which is great. I like that. And yeah, so basically all we're waiting on now is this guy to finish up creating our control circuits, bam, and we can go ahead and get our enrichment chamber and our energized smelter taken care of. So yeah, enrichment chamber going to require steel casing. We're going to need 2 of these. We have enough to craft 2, so we have 2. Enrichment chamber, done. Energized smelter, done. Both of those easily taken care of. So what we're going to do is take it. We can leave these here. That's fine. We're going to take our enrichment chamber. We're going to set it here. We're going to take our energized smelter. We're going to set it here. And then we are going to use our nice osmium paxel that we were given. I'm going to turn F7 off. The light level overlay is what you kept seeing, those little red X's popping up. It can create lag, so just something to keep in mind. You don't want to have that on all the time because it's constantly polling to see what the light level is. Magnet, is there a magnet in this pack? Or magnet? Wow, there's not just a simple magnet. That's kind of unfortunate. Quark oddities requires chorus fruit. The ring of magnetization, we can get into Botania. It is one of my favorite rings, is that. But there is no just magnet, it looks like. Slightly frustrating or annoying. We can get into Botania, though. It's not too difficult to get into Mana Steel, so that is definitely a possibility. What we're going to do is take our universal cables. Now, we do have the advanced ones. We don't need to use them yet. We can just use this. We're not running enough power to need it. But we're going to place these down, and now all of these guys should be filling. This guy should be draining his buffer, and all of our machines are now powered, which is fantastic. We can go ahead and put our advanced cables away, and we can kind of sort of start cleaning up our inventory a little bit. So let's go ahead and put all of our ingots away, our smeltables, tiny coal, redstone, copper can go away. You go into the miscellaneous. You're a guide, so you should actually be craftable with this. Akashic Tome, thank you. You go away, and you can stay out. I'm going to need... Didn't I have more redstone? Or did I? Okay, that's fine. Let's grab like half a stack of redstone and half a stack of coal. What we're going to do is throw these into our enrichment chambers, so that way these can get enriched and it can do the thing that it needs to do, and create the guys that we're going to need for here, right? And then we can go ahead and start working on getting smelting set up. So it's going to create the enriched redstone, which is going to go into our infusers and get these guys set up. And yeah, basically that's where we're at. Couple things I want to point out. A couple things I am most likely, let's see, Feral Flare Lantern. No, I'm going to be adding Time in a Bottle to the pack. Just want to mention that now ahead of time. Time in a Bottle is a mod that allows you to tick accelerate blocks. Not having it is okay. It's just a waiting game. So there's two philosophies or two reasons that I want to add Time in a Bottle, or two paths we could take essentially. First off is me sitting here waiting. You're not going to wait with me. I'll cut. I'll go AFK. We'll let this run, get its thing done. And that's the same thing for most machines, like we did over here with our steel. Or we can get a Time in a Bottle, which is a tick accelerator, which allows you to store game time, and then you can make machines faster by using it. And it just makes things faster for you, makes it faster for me, and I like it all around. So yeah, executive decision, it's gonna happen. I'm making a Time in a Bottle. I'm just throwing that out there, letting you guys know. Time in a Bottle is coming. It is going to be added to the pack. Check the description if you want to know what other mods have been added to the pack. But yeah, Time in a Bottle. So anyway, so we have our metallurgic infusers set up. Now this one is going to be for diamond, and then this one is going to be for refined obsidian at some point. We are not there yet, so I'm not going to be too concerned about it. We don't have enough diamonds to be, super wasteful with our diamonds and everything. So I'm not going to set it up or do anything with diamonds. We're not really there in the pack yet anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Can we clean up a little bit? Yes. Let's go ahead and cover up the holes. So now it looks like those machines have always been there, and there's no cables being shown, and the terracotta can go away, and we are good to go. So now what we can do is set up our ore doubling. So let's find our ores, right? So we have a bunch of ores. We can set up ore doubling of them. We're going to want iron. We're going to want gold. Let's do our osmium. We're going to do... I don't know if there's really much else. I don't know if copper, I guess. I don't know if lead and nickel are really used too much because we don't have, what's it called? We don't have thermal in here, which is what uses lead and stuff the most. We're going to go ahead and make ourselves a chest, and we're going to set this up. So our energized smelter is going to sit here, and we can go ahead and put a chest on top. And I'm going to actually take this chest away. We're going to use a barrel instead, because I have those, because I meant to use this chest to make a hopper. Now that I'm thinking about it, do I need a hopper to hopper into mechanism, or can mechanism pull? Yeah, it doesn't pull. It can push, but it can't pull. Yeah. So we're going to take our hopper and we're going to set it up on top of here, pointing into our enrichment chamber. And we are going to take our barrel and we're going to set it on top just like this. And we're going to configure our machines, right? So what I always like to do is turn everything off on our machines by default. That way nothing else unexpected can happen. We're going to leave everything as is blank. So if we go over here to our side config, we are going to say from our top of the machine, we are going to want to input. I clicked through it. We're going to input from the top. Okay. So what that's going to do is take items. If I put my iron ore in here, it's going to start feeding the iron ore into the machine. And we can add the rest of our ores into there, and it's going to start doing the doubling. Fantastic. And then it's going to get stuck here because I don't have anything else set. So we're going to say our blue slot is going to output to the right, and we are going to set it to auto eject. So that way it can push the item to the right. Oh, this is a nice button. Clear side config. I like that button. That's a new button. That button didn't exist before. Anyway, so that is outputting to the right, but you can see it's still not going anywhere because I have the smelter set to not do anything. It's turned off. If I go ahead and turn this on and I set input, you can hear it. It just started running and it is very obnoxious. But that's okay. We can fix it in a moment. We're going to set our output to the top, auto eject on, and anything that gets smelted is automatically going to end up in here. Now, another mod that's going to be added into the pack is the Super Sound Muffler. Just mentioning. Mekanism does have a muffler add-on, a muffling upgrade, which requires steel, which requires infused alloys and stuff, and it quiets the machine down. I think that's wasteful. It's one part of Mekanism I don't care for, is having to use the muffling upgrades. I'm also going to add the Super Sound Muffler because there's going to be other things that we're going to want to mute, but this is annoying. Like, absolutely. I love Mekanism. The sounds need work because they are loud and they are obnoxious and they, drive me nuts. But anyway, so we're going to have all of our ingots are going to end up in here. We have power going. We're using our coal. It's going great. We are doing good, doubling our ores, and I am happy with where we are at. So that is going to be the end of today's episode. So if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, tips, suggestions, or anything with the pack. Like I said, we're just starting out, so there's not really much more that we can be doing or anything like that, but we're getting there. Episode, what is this, 3, and we've already got ore doubling and power with Mekanism going on and metallurgic infuser, and yeah, next episode, who knows, maybe we'll build a reactor. Just kidding. That's a while down the road. But anyway, if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.